Producers find problems, solve them, and sell people that their products and services are the best solution. And they keep selling until they get agreement, because agreement is reality and agreement's what gets you paid. If you guys are watching my videos, if you know who I am and you've been watching my stuff and you're believing in it, and maybe you bought some products, that's because I've generated agreement. I've put myself out there so much. I've done so much production for free, and I've attempted to solve so many problems for you, and maybe I have solved those problems for you. And when that solution comes, it's agreement. So I'm producing these solutions, and if you are agreeing with it, then that is the key. Okay, that's what gets me to be able to keep being a producer, is getting agreement. And that's what you need to do when you're selling your products or services. That's what sales really is. It's getting people to agree, because agreement's reality, right? Not everyone, reality is subjective, right? Everyone is living in a different reality. We'll have some things that we agree on, but we'll have some things that we don't agree on. A billion people are Muslim, maybe another 500 million are atheist, right? And we're all looking at the same data. And all of those people are certain that they have the right reality, right? And they all, and in both of those camps, they all have agreement with each other, but they have disagreement across those camps, right? So the agreement is reality. The agreement in those ideas is reality. So producers find problems, solve them, sell people, and get agreement. It's simple, but it's not easy. That's why 90% of businesses fail, right? They fail because it's not easy, and they fail because a lot of those people who are starting businesses aren't committed to become a producer for life. They weren't committed to pivot. They weren't committed to test everything, to keep going when it got hard, and they gave up. And the worst part is when people start one business and they go back to the job and say it's not for me. That's a really sad outcome. Okay. 90% of businesses fail. That's why I recommend a sales-based service business in a proven market. Okay. If you're selling real estate, you're going to make money. If you follow everything. If you want to see how to sell, read my book, How to Sell, revolutionarylifestyledesign.com/products. Okay, and you go any of those proven markets: real estate, insurance, personal training, copywriting, marketing, any of those services. A lot of guys will tell you not to sell your time for money. I tell you to sell your time for a lot of money. Okay, at least in your first business, you can do product-based businesses, but get yourself out of wage slavery first. Get yourself into the producer class, solidify it, get your income up, get above six figures. Okay, then you can start to get your savings up. Then you can start to expand those multiple streams of revenue. But for the first business, and for getting you 100, 200, 250 a year, those sales-based services business is the best bet. Okay. If you're exceptional, you can try reinventing the wheel. You can try the startup. Check out my video on how to know if you're exceptional. One hint is, you have an IQ of 150, right? Like you have an IQ of a Mark Zuckerberg or a Bill Gates, or, I have some friends, and, one guy's a really successful entrepreneur. Another guy made a ton of money in poker. Those guys are genius level IQs. Okay. I mean, it's not an accident. And they had the work ethic, and they had the sales skills, and they had all these other different factors, right? I had a startup, it flopped. I had no business doing that, right? My intelligence is much more tailored towards what I'm doing now. Okay, so if you are exceptional, I mean, you can take a shot at reinventing the wheel, but for the vast majority of guys, it's that sales-based service business that I keep harping on. And I mean, the reality is the world is made up of producers and consumers, but consumers outnumber producers 99-1. Most work jobs that they don't like so they can eat off a producer's table and just barely make ends meet. That's most people's reality. That's why when you ride the subway on Monday morning in February in Canada when it's minus 35, you look around. I remember looking around when I was in Canada, and no one was happy. No one was happy with what they were doing. Okay. And that's the reality for a lot of people. Okay. It's not to say that I don't respect people that work jobs and earn hard to make work hard to make a living. I do. I respect janitors. I respect factory workers. I respect maids and house cleaners and the garbage men of the world. All those services are what allows people to live comfortably. And, a lot of those people are just trying to feed their family. And I respect that. I respect that they do the hard work and the thankless job so that we can live comfortably. But I'm not going to be one of them. I will not be one of them. Okay? And if you want the good things in life, you can't be one of them either. If you want a kind of life where you can be happy and live in sunshine and travel and have women and have good things, you can't be one either. This world is a rough place, man. It's a rough place, and you have to work really hard to get a life that's consistently happy. All right? You can talk about all the structural problems. You can talk about, how the world could change and all these different things, and those are nice ideas, but this is how it is, okay? And if you neglect that, and if you don't understand that, and you don't think that money's a big deal, you are making a big mistake, man. You're making a big mistake, because I've been at the bottom, man. I've been poor. I was born poor. I was, grew up with a single mother. I've been poor in adulthood when, I made mistakes in business. And I'm not going back to that, dude. If you have potential and you have drive, you're never going to be satisfied in that lifestyle. You're never going to be satisfied living that consumer lifestyle where you're just absorbing mainstream media and, just living to consume things. Okay. Where you're just, you work a job that you don't like. So then you escape into consumerism. You escape into, going out to the nightclub and consuming reality there and, buying the Air Jordans and buying the phone, and those give you like temporary little state boosts. And because you're trying to escape, a lifestyle that you don't like, but that state boost of buying all those things is what's keeping you in that lifestyle. And to make it worse, you go into debt and you go into credit, and that further enslaves you into that lifestyle, and it becomes a vicious cycle. Becomes a vicious cycle, man. When you don't get control over your consumption, you're really going to suffer. Okay, you're really going to suffer. Just like a lot of people out there suffer. So many people are suffering because they're trapped up in that consumption lifestyle. They're trying to keep up with the Joneses before they can afford to have those things. And they suffer. So I've been to the bottom. If you want to get to the top, you need to put in work to be a producer. The truth is, you have to become a slave to success, man. You have to become a slave to success. And success is a merciless master. You don't get there by spending all your money on what you want at this moment. You get there by giving other people what they want. Being a producer is about giving other people what they want first so that you can eventually get what you want. Okay? It's about giving more than you can take. It's about adding value to as many people as you can. People only love you as far as the value you create for them. To be a producer means you need to deliver value day in, day out, and you need to give more than you take. Okay? Being a producer is about being on your game every day. While everyone else is out partying, you're producing. Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. When everyone else is out spending money, you're saving money. When everyone else is watching the movie, you're behind the curtain producing the movie. All right? Okay, you can still go to the movies and enjoy yourself. You can still spend money. You can still party a little bit. But you can't consume more than you produce. Okay? That's a short-stop mentality to the poorhouse. If you want the life that you deserve, you need to become a producer. That means solving problems. It means putting your clients first. It means delaying gratification, and it means reinvesting all of that money into a large part of that money into your money machine, which is your business. A business is a money machine. Business is your ticket to the producer class and to the life that you want. Okay? You're not going to get rich as an employee. All right? When you do all that, you can consume whatever you want without making a dent in your budget. When you put in that work, when you put in that 5 or 10 years, you can consume more than all the other people without putting a dent in your budget. Okay? You can have the life you want, but you have to be a producer. You have to be a patient. You have to grind. You have to reinvest. You have to solve problems. You have to put other people first, and you have to keep adding value every day. All right? That's what you have to do. Okay? So keep grinding. Keep pushing, keep shoving, keep kicking, keep reinvesting, keep producing, and don't quit. Never, ever quit. Okay? Never, ever quit. When you don't quit, you can't fail. Okay? Don't quit. Don't stop. Don't stop pushing. Just keep going until you get the life you deserve and keep producing, man. All right? That's what it takes to win.